Kathleen Wynne killing the goose that laid the golden egg. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. Ontario is the heart of the auto industry in Canada. Always has been, from the start of McLaughlin Motors, which became GM, to the early cross-border plants in Windsor. The fact is, Ontario and the auto industry are inextricably linked. But not for long if Kathleen Wynne has her way. Wynne is apparently set to make a big push to get all of us driving electric or hybrid cars, almost none of which are made in Ontario. You've already heard about the crazy rebates the Ontario government was giving out to buyers of electric cars, including rebates to people buying an electric Porsche, one with a $1.1 million price tag. That's right. It's crazy, but that's going to pale in comparison to what will come next if Wynne has her way. As the Globe and Mail reported, and Wynne's Environment Minister Glenn Murray has all but confirmed in a speech to the Economic Club in Toronto, the province wants you to get rid of your current car and buy an electric one. There's a big push on for electric cars. Now, I know most of the cars sold in Ontario aren't actually made in Ontario, but this move sends a signal to the industry that is here that says, you're not welcome. Not a single electric car is made in Ontario. Not in Windsor, not in Cambridge or Ingersoll, not in Brampton, Alliston, or any of the other cities that host assembly plants. Now, Toyota does make a hybrid in Woodstock. It's a Lexus hybrid that starts at $69,000. But the Ontario government wants 1.7 million electric vehicles sold in this province in the next 8 years. Even if they were to convince one of the current manufacturers to make an electric car here, it would be years before one ever rolled off the line. That's the reality. Last year, there were 778,000 new motor vehicles sold in the province, but most of those were commercial. There were only actually 284,000 passenger vehicles sold in Ontario, and that's what Wynne and her folks are talking about. So to reach her goal, that would mean roughly 3/4 of all new passenger vehicles sold in Ontario over the next 8 years would have to be electric. If that were to happen, what would it do to top-selling brands like the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, or Dodge Grand Caravan? Some of the top-selling cars on the continent, all made right here in Ontario. I'll tell you, it would seriously harm the future of those assembly lines and the jobs that go with them, the jobs that depend on those assembly lines and the parts sector and more. Now, at this point, I could just point out that Wynne's plan is unfeasible. It's unworkable. But that doesn't mean the Wynne government won't try and do some very serious damage along the way. The auto industry has already told the government that their plans are unreasonable, unworkable, and Minister Murray's response was to tell them off, to threaten them. All he says is, don't worry, this is going to cost a lot of money, it might hurt. Look, this is a government that's going to act even if it does hurt the people they govern, the people they collect taxes from. In fact, tax money is already going from the people that build the cars to subsidize the electric car industry. The government has just announced that they're going to spend $20 million to construct 500 electric charging stations for electric vehicles. There's only about 5,000 of those vehicles in Ontario right now. Now, you pair all of this up with existing subsidies of up to $14,000 per car and whatever's coming in the climate change plan that's going to be announced, and one thing is clear. Kathleen Wynne and her government plan on forging ahead, even if it hurts the most important industry in the province.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.